For this course, we're going to use an IDE called Intellij IDEA. An IDE, or Integrated Development Environment, is the tool that we use to write programs. The main feature is a text editor that we type our code into. But an IDE also compiles and runs our programs for us. And as you'll see, it also warns us about errors in our code before we run it. The IDE we're going to use is called Intellij IDEA, created by a company called JetBrains. There are other IDEs available, and you can use any that you want for this course. If you've already got an IDE that you like and you're comfortable using, then it's fine to continue using it. Most modern IDEs provide the same or very similar features. If you haven't used an IDE before, I suggest you use Intellij IDEA. That way, your environment will work the same way as you'll see in the videos in this course. So I'm going to download the latest version from the JetBrains website. So I'm going to go to jetbrains.com. Come over here to Tools. You can see they've got a variety of products. The one we want is Intellij IDEA over here. Click on that. I'm going to close this little pop-up if it appears for you. Click on Download. So you can see over here to the right, there's a Community Edition. That's the one we're going to download. The Community Edition is free. I'm going to click on Download. The Ultimate Edition has some extra features, but you'll have to pay for it. You won't need those extra features for this course. So I'm going to leave that to download, so you can see it downloading in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Okay, I'm going to open the file now that's been downloaded. I'm going to close down the browser. We no longer need that. I'm going to select yes to this option. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? I'm going to click on Next. I'm going to leave the destination folder unchanged and click on Next. So on this screen, for the installation options, you'll need to know whether you're running a 64-bit or 32-bit version of Windows. Now I showed you how to check that earlier in the course, but as a recap, come down here. You can either type 32 or type About to get to your About Your PC page. Either will get you there. And scroll on down here to System Type. If it says 64-bit operating system, as mine does, then you have a 64-bit version of Windows. Otherwise, you're running a 32-bit version. And this will be important as we swing back to our installer screen, so make a note of which version you're running, and also ignore the x64 based processor. It's the operating system that we're interested in here. So closing that down, so back in the installer, tick the appropriate launcher for your system in the Create Desktop Shortcuts section. You want a 32-bit launcher on a 32-bit version of Windows and a 64-bit launcher on a 64-bit version of Windows. So I'm going to click the 64-bit launcher because my Windows was 64-bit as we saw, but make sure you click the right one for your system. Additionally, and only on 32-bit systems, check the Download and Install 32-bit JetBrains runtime box. I don't need to do that because I'm running a 64-bit version. Leave everything else unticked. The other options are more for convenience and aren't essential. Click on Next and click on Install. Intellij will now install, which will take a few moments. Alright, so once it's installed, tick the box to run Intellij IDEA Community Edition and click Finish. Now you may or may not see this pop up. If you do see it, this is a standard privacy policy type agreement. Confirm that you've read it, and obviously you'll want to read that at some point. Click on Continue. This screen may pop up as well. You can always change the behavior. You can see the link there in Settings if you need to change it at a later time. I normally select Don't Send. Now you may or may not be prompted also to import settings from your previous installation. I wasn't prompted, but most students will be installing this for the first time, so make sure if you are prompted for that to select Do Not Import Settings. And again, you saw that I wasn't actually prompted there for that. At this point, we're now at the Welcome screen. Now this new version, which was released at the beginning of December 2020, has a different welcome screen to the earlier versions of Intellij IDEA. Most of the time you'll be working with projects selected, and you can see that in the left-hand side. This is where you create new projects and open your existing ones. We'll be creating our first project in the next section of the course, but there's a couple more things we should configure before we do that. The one thing you may not like is the dark background that Intellij uses, and that's okay because you can change it. So you can click on Customize over here to the left, and we get some options that control the display. The default color theme has a dark background. JetBrains calls the theme Darkula. Many programmers prefer that, and it's now the default. But if you prefer a light background, click the drop down and choose one of the lighter themes. Personally, I also prefer a dark background, but it doesn't show up that well on video, so I'm going to change mine to Intellij Light. Now, if you've set your operating system to use a light or dark theme, you can check the Sync with OS box. That works on Windows and Mac. It doesn't unfortunately work on Linux. Now, if you want to change the font size that Intellij uses, you can do that from here too. You can also adjust the colors for red and green color blindness if that's something you'd find useful. Alright, so at this point we're now done. We've now successfully installed Intellij IDEA. So now that you've done that, we do have a few minor configurations that we need to finish off. Specifically, what we need to do is configure it for the software development kit so that we can start creating programs in this course, but we're going to do that in a separate video. I'll end the video now and we'll see you in the next video where we start making a few other changes to configure Intellij IDEA. Now skip over the videos for the other operating systems, so if you're using Windows you can now skip the videos for Mac or Linux, but make sure you do watch the last video in this section, the one called Configuring Intellij IDEA for Windows, Mac and Linux. This is where we'll set up Intellij to work with our chosen language code. Now the steps are the same for all three operating systems and I've covered them all in the same video. So it's very important that you don't skip that video. You must follow the steps in the Configuring Intellij IDEA for Windows, Mac and Linux. So I'll see you in that video.